Hey guys, welcome back. So I've got August favorites for you today, and as always, they're kind of like all over the place, but I do have a couple of really good skincare things I wanted to share with you, and I have some kind of like surprising favorites, which are always exciting when it's something that you think you're really not going to like, and then lo and behold, you actually really like them. So I want to tell you about that, and then as always, I'm going to quickly go through my Friday favorites. So let's just jump in. My overall Friday favorites for eyes, I have to go with my Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadows. Yes, I finally memorized the name because that's a hard one. These are just great. I do have a video on the ones that I owned at the time that I filmed the video where I swatch all those for you guys, but I have purchased more and I haven't been disappointed in any of them really. I love them all. I just feel like they're great staple shadows from the drugstore. They're really great. And then for blush this month, I revisited an old favorite. It's the L'Oreal True Match blush in N34 Innocent Flush. It's just a really sweet, light, peachy shade. It's got a little bit of a glow to it. I just love this blush. I'm not swatching things because I swatch them in my Friday favorites for you guys, but it's just one of those, it's a natural blush, but it still adds life to your cheeks, and it's just sweet and youthful. I love this blush, and I feel like it doesn't get a ton of YouTube press. You know, it's kind of overlooked a lot, but several of my friends talk about it, like Chelsea from Chelsea Gary just talked about it recently in her L'Oreal favorites. So I feel like, you know, some of us know that it's awesome, but it's not one of those cult favorites that everybody talks about. And then for lips, this is like a new favorite red for me. I have multiple reds that I really like because I feel like they're different tones of red, but this one is a new favorite, like retro orangey red, and it's the Marc Jacobs Kiss Pop in Pop Rock. It's just such a cute orangey red, and it's so retro and it's matte, so you don't have to worry about it going everywhere. It wears really well. I just love this lipstick. Now, not all are created equal in this line, so just kind of know that. Go and swatch them because some seem a little bit drier than others, but this one is all around awesome. Love it. Okay, now getting into some other favorites. So this Clinique High Impact Mascara really surprised me. I got this in gratis from Sephora, and when I got it, I really didn't think that I would like it because I'm just super picky about mascara, and the majority of them just don't work for me because they give me another set of eyelashes. Like they just like put so much mascara up on my eyelid, it literally looks like I've drawn on lashes. It looks horrible, so bad. So I really have to be picky about what I use, like CoverGirl Clump Crusher and Lash Blast Volume, the orange tube. Those do not get on my eyelids at all, and I don't like waterproof mascara. So when I tried this, I was like, we'll see how this goes. It gives great volume, it gives great length, separates your lashes, and it really does not transfer that badly on my eyelids. It does a little bit, but even to be able to say that it just does it a little bit, that means it's a success because most mascaras do it really, really bad. So I love the way this makes my lashes look, but I also love that it doesn't get all over my eyelids like most mascaras do. So I was super impressed with this and very, very surprised by it. Okay, I have several skincare favorites this month that I really enjoyed. So the first one is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. This really surprised me because when I bought it, I was wanting something that was more natural, that had a high SPF, and I thought this would be really, really great. But I wondered how greasy it would be on my combo oily skin. And it has a great texture. It's not super greasy. It really surprised me how quickly it absorbs into your skin. The only thing I do notice with this is when I go to blot my face later in the day when I'm looking kind of oily, but not any oilier than normal, just my regular amount of oiliness. When I use one of my blotting sheets, it seems like it pulls off more of my foundation than when I don't use this. And I don't know if it's just that my foundation's sitting on top of my skin a little bit more, but when I use a primer, it doesn't really do that as badly. So it doesn't make me any oilier. I always look the same, so that's good. I just feel like it maybe makes the foundation sit on top of my skin a little bit more. But I just love that it's such a high SPF and it's natural. So I'm gonna keep using this because I really, really like it. It's relatively affordable. I think it was like $32 or so for this bottle, which that surprised me, you know, just because skincare is expensive, particularly from Sephora. So I like it. I'm impressed by it, and I'm going to keep using it. And then I cashed in some points at Sephora, and I got the Origins 500 point perk, which is amazing. So if your Sephora still has some, you should definitely check it out because it's a great value. It really, really is. So it came with the high potency vitamins, and I've used this before, and I remembered that I loved it in the past, and then I just ran out of it and didn't buy anymore. And I was trying out some other skincare stuff, and I was breaking out. I don't know if it was just coincidence, you know, hormonal stuff that was breaking me out, or just the skincare stuff. I don't know. But I started using this. I broke it out of that 500 point perk and started using it, and my skin chilled out. So I don't know. I feel like Origins is like my save the day skincare line. When I'm trying other things or when my skin's just breaking out for who knows what reason, this is the line that I can go to and my skin will calm down. I just love Origins skincare. So this is a great little size. It's a 1 ounce, and I think the regular size is 1.7. So the 500 point perk is awesome. And then another surprise product that really ended up shocking me. This is just a little sample, but this is the Dior Pore Minimizer Skin Refining Matte Primer. And this little sample held quite a bit in it. I'm actually still using it, but I've used it for several days now, and I really, really love it. I would say if I had to pick any primer, I'm gonna pick this one. And that's a big statement. Not that I'm like a huge primer fan, but like the L'Oreal Miracle Blur, the Pore Professional from Benefit, or the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I like all those, but this one beats those in my book. I just feel like when I put this on my skin, I could have just maybe dusted a little bit of powder and gone. I don't know what it did. It just like blurred everything. It helped with the redness. It doesn't even say that, but it just made my skin look better. So I am super, super impressed with this primer. I know that it's probably pretty pricey because it's Dior, but I'm really impressed with it. It is awesome. And then a Bodycare favorite this month is this lotion I've been using. This really surprised me. This is the Shikai All Natural Hand and Body Lotion in Vanilla. I got this because I was looking for a more natural lotion, and I got it at a local health food store, so you can get it, you know, in some kind of a similar place in your area. And it really surprised me. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I kind of have to sacrifice if I'm trying to go more natural, which I don't always do that. Just, you know, sometimes I get on little kicks. But sometimes I just feel like I have to sacrifice with natural stuff. I feel like it doesn't always work as well. But this works so well. First off, it smells amazing. Oh my gosh, yeah, like sweet vanilla, and it's kind of a little bit coconutty too. But moisturizing. This is so moisturizing. I mean, more so than the Bath & Body Works body creams, which is so funny because, you know, I would pick the natural because it's natural, that's nice, but just formula and how it works, I'm gonna pick this one over those because it just works better. I feel like it moisturizes my skin, but it holds the moisture. Like my legs are so dry. It's funny because my skin on my face can get so oily, but my legs are crazy dry. And this keeps them moisturized. When I put it on in the morning, it holds the moisture and they don't start looking dry and not attractive later in the day. I just am super impressed with this, and it really surprised me. And then for hair care, I do have a fail this month, and I have to mention this because I hate it so much. This is the Suave Professionals Volumizing Shampoo for fine hair. This is so bad. The only plus is that it's inexpensive. Other than that, it's bad. Okay, so the days that I washed my hair with this, it made it look flat, it made the texture feel weird, it didn't curl right, and it looked and felt dirty. That's not typically what you're going for in a shampoo. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with this. And it says salon proven to volumize as well as matrix. No, my butt. It does not do that. I don't know who is testing this in that salon, but they don't know what they're doing because this stuff sucks. So I've been trying out this primer from Bumble and Bumble. This is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. I got this in gratis from Sephora, and I'm so glad I did because I would have never tried it. because it sounds heavy and it looks heavy. It looks like a thick kind of a cream. I would have thought that this would mega weigh down my hair and just make it greasy and flat and not work. But no, this works. I use it before I blow dry my hair. So I don't use this like every time I curl a section. I use a different heat protectant like as I'm curling my hair, but I use this right before I blow dry, and it doesn't weigh down my hair. It seems to protect my hair, makes my hair soft and manageable, and it smells really nice too. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. Like a creamy scent mixed with clean. I don't know. That's not a very good description, but it smells nice. So give it a try. I would have never given it a go, and I actually really do enjoy it. And I know that I'm going to use up this whole bottle and maybe want to buy more. Okay, now for some randoms. So first off, for fashion, I've gotten back into wearing some of my Twisted Silver stuff. I've been wearing some other things for a while, but you probably saw on my Instagram and in some of my recent videos, I've broken out some of my pieces and I'm just back in love with them again. They've always been one of my very favorite jewelry brands because they're so unique and original and just like rocker vintage, just funky fun, and that's totally my style, so I just love their stuff. This one is the Beatnik right here. I don't remember these names, so I'll list their names down below. I always list what I'm wearing, but I'll list it under the, things mentioned section too, so you can know what they are. But they just have such fun stuff, and I do have a discount code for you guys that I'll list down below as well. They just have such cute jewelry. And then a brush favorite this month. This is the e.l.f. Blush Brush. Love this thing, and it's $3. I have been using it for setting my under eye concealer with powder. It's perfect for that because it's flat on one side and then it's, skinnier on the other, and it just goes to a little tulip end. This is such a multifunctional brush. I think I'm going to stock up on these for my freelance kit, and I think it's going to be perfect because I want to get it for under eye concealing, for blush. It's perfect for blush because you can really get it flat on the cheek and then blend it up. But also with this kind of like pointy skinny side and skinny end, you can really get in there to contour as well. So I think it will be perfect for bronzer too. So I just think for $3, this is such a great multifunctional brush. You cannot go wrong with it. So the e.l.f. Blush Brush, yes. And my last random is Big Brother. Oh my gosh, my favorite show ever. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel. If I have, it was maybe in the husband tag, maybe Timothy guessed about my favorite shows, but I think it might have been in that. But other than that, I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but I have to mention it because when it comes on in July, I'm like giddy, so excited. When it goes off in September, I feel like a piece of my life is missing. I just think it's so great. If you're a people watcher and you're intrigued by just people and how they interact with each other, hearing people's stories and where they came from, and just, I don't know, just how everybody is different and interesting and all those things, then I think you would love Big Brother. Not to mention their editing is hysterical. They will do little clips and bits and pieces of different people's quirks about their personalities, so it can be really funny. And then they do different competitions and stuff, so it's interesting to watch too. Oh, I just love that show, and it's like an investment of my time when it's on because it's 3 nights a week that it comes on, but it's the greatest show ever. Thumbs up if you love Big Brother. Let me know who your favorite is down below if you're a favorite. I just love that show, and I would be doing Big Brother a disservice if I did not mention it on my channel. Alright guys, so those are all my August favorites. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what things you have been loving this month, or maybe not so much loving. Give me your feedback. Do you have thoughts on any of these products? Let me know that down below, or let me know your favorite Big Brother player. I would love to know that too. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!